Singapore-based Terraform Labs has filed for bankruptcy protection. That's the company behind the stablecoin TerraUSD, which collapsed and roiled cryptocurrency markets in 2022. The company listed assets and liabilities in the range of $100 to $500 million and said it would meet all financial obligations to employees and vendors during the Chapter 11 case without requiring additional financing. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's civil case against Terraform is linked to the collapse of TerraUSD, a stablecoin designed to maintain a constant $1 price, and the more traditional token Luna, which closely associated with TerraUSD. In January last year, Bitcoin stood at $22,000. It now stands at around $41,000. For more on this now, let's go to Han Tan in Dubai. He's Chief Market Analyst at Xinity. Thank you for being with us, Han. So Bitcoin price almost doubled in only 12 months. What's happened?
Yeah, so Bitcoin has been soaring since last year as markets looked ahead to the approval of the first ever spot Bitcoin ETF. And that indeed happened a couple of weeks ago. And this was seen as a huge milestone in the mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin, or at least by institutional players, right? And also there's the halving event slated for this April, which historically has been a booster for Bitcoin prices. So those two factors were arguably the primary drivers of this doubling in Bitcoin.
So, Han, good news on the Bitcoin front and the cryptocurrency prices, but are we expecting more problems down the line regarding the exchanges themselves? What happened with Terraform? Can you help us understand?
Yeah, look, I think to be clear, since the crypto winter of 2022, it's been a case of the survival of the fittest, right? So Terraform's problems since the implosion of its stablecoin, as you mentioned earlier, so really, leading up to its bankruptcy, that comes as no surprise. Even a couple of years ago, we had the implosion of FTX. That was the big name. Binance has settled with some regulators, and it's still going through its own suit with the SEC. But look, I think moving forward, right, it's a case of the maturing of the crypto space. And with that in mind, I'm paying close attention to Coinbase because of their newfound role of being the guardians against market manipulation in light of those Bitcoin ETFs that we mentioned earlier. So Coinbase is under pressure. It has to play that role almost to perfection if it wants to help restore the trust or the mojo, so to speak, if the crypto world has any hopes of trying to restore the faith and trust it had perhaps from years prior.
Interesting, then all eyes will be on the US-based stock exchanges. Then, Han Tan, thank you very much for your analysis. And now let's go to other top stories from around the world. China has kept its benchmark lending rate unchanged at 3.45%. Analysts say the steady rates underscore Beijing's unwillingness to lower rates despite the country's slowing economic recovery and deflationary pressures. While China hit its roughly 5% growth target last year, it's recording its worst deflationary streak since the Asian financial crisis of 1997. Germany is bracing itself for a broader wave of transport disruption as train drivers call another multi-day strike. The GDL union said its members would hold a 6-day strike starting Wednesday, the longest walkout yet in an escalating dispute with Deutsche Bahn over pay and conditions. A 3-day strike earlier this month already caused travel misery for thousands. And Sony has notified Zee Entertainment to call off a $10 billion merger of their Indian operations. The decision comes after a standoff between the two companies over who will lead the combined entity after the merger. The deal would have created an entertainment conglomerate with more than 70 Indian TV channels, 2 video streaming services, and popular Bollywood studios.